Lavan? Lavan, we are live. So we are live. We are on air. So give me 1 second to tell everyone that we are on air. צהריים טובים וחג שמח לכל המאזינים והמאזינות. היום תוכנית חגיגית לכבוד חג הפסח, ואני מארח לכבוד חג הפסח ולכבוד חג הפסחה, ואני מארח את אחד הסנטרים הכי גדולים במדינת ישראל שהיו, לבון מרסר. לבן, did you understand anything I said?
Yes, you introduced me. You just said that, I was a good center in Israel and blase, blase, blah, Hello, everybody in Israel. Happy Passover. Happy Easter. Happy beyond COVID. Let's keep going.
How are you, Lavan?
I'm good. Before I start, let me say, here's a copy of my book I told you about. So,
okay, raise it up. Raise it. Raise it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you see it? Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
You can definitely order. Something.
Send the link of your book in the comments after the broadcast, and everyone that want to buy the book can buy it from your link.
Oh, okay then. Always. The easiest way to do it is just go to Amazon and look for Why Cry by Levon Mercer. There's no special link, but Amazon, okay. Why Cry by Levon Mercer. Easy.
Okay. So, Lavan, how would you like me to introduce you to the audience?
You did that already. Well, tell the audience since I'm up, it's Easter, it's Passover. What are we talking about today? Tell me what we're talking about. How about that?
We're going to talk about basketball. Uh-huh. We're going to talk about your time in the military. We're going to talk about the time in Appoel, in מכבי, in the national team. We're going to talk about your book. What else do you want to talk about?
Oh, I get into life. I enjoy everything. I have a good conversation, and I just enjoy life and keep moving.
And we're going to talk what you're doing today.
It was. Oh, absolutely. That'd be great. I finally found something I like as much as doing basketball almost. Well, yeah, about the same. I enjoy it. I really do.
Okay. So, you are 2.8 meters of endless passion for the game and personal sacrifice made him the one of the most greatest centers in Europe and, of course, in Israel. This is Lavan Mercer. What is the message that you want to deliver to our audience?
As far as for life itself, there are always going to be challenges. You're always going to have to fight through something. Be like the world. Never give up. Find a new direction. Sometimes you can't go through the mountain. You may have to go around the mountain. Sometimes you may have to go over the mountain. I've even seen people dig under a mountain, but you keep going to reach goals, aspirations of life.
Amazing. What is basketball for you?
Well, in the beginning, basketball was nothing but love. It was better than a relationship with a female. It was, hey. Okay. I'm telling you, you asked, okay. It was actually a way out for a lot of young, black males, kids from the inner city. It was our way of sports, and I'm not just going to use basketball. I'm going to say sports. It could be football, basketball, tennis, whatever. Sports is a vehicle that we have had to use to overcome things. From being, some of us were homeless, some of us had family members that died, some of us had you know, were by ourselves, had to start working at 9, 10 years old to help take care of families. And, you know, you found the love of the game and you began and you never gave up and it taught you life. That's pretty much basketball. Had a good friend of mine, at least I considered him a good friend. We were having a flight, and this was, well, there were two of them that told me the same thing. There was a guy named Pico that was at Apol Tel Aviv, and then there was Shamluk at Maccabi Tel Aviv. And the first things that they told me that really sort of stuck with me is this: if you stop loving something, it's time to give it up. And basketball was a love that, you know, most of the guys that you know today, they haven't given it up. It's just something that you do and you enjoy, and you'd have to do it to understand it. It's a certain feeling that you have, you know, even if you see the ball go through the rim, it's a certain feeling. And the ultimate one is if you shoot the last shot to win the game, that's one of the best feelings you'll ever have in your life.
Yeah, I can't agree with you more. I don't know if everyone that is listening to us is know that you were in high school. You took 30.8 rebounds in one season. It's I think it's an American record until this day. Am I right?
It is something that actually happened, and it was an amazing season because I was followed by one of the largest newspapers here in the United States, in Atlanta, out of Atlanta, Georgia. They followed my whole year. And they're the ones that, they're the ones that agreed that it was accurate, because they came to my coach and told him that he had missed some rebounds, that their count was better. And it is in the Basketball Hall of Fame, I think, in Indianapolis. Ken Barlow was at the Ken Barlow went to the museum and saw it there and called me and told me about it. I had forgotten all about it. It's, you know, they're things you forget over the years.
Yeah, of course you can forget 30.8 rebounds per game for all season. Yeah, I know. So let me translate it for the audience. I surely had forgotten if I would took 30 rebounds in each game. I will translate it for you for the audience. לבן מרסר לקח בממוצע בשנת בין 1975 ל-1976 30.8 ריבאונדים למשחק. זה בבית ספר התיכון שבו למד במדינת ג'ורג'יה שבדרום ארצות הברית. זה שיא שעד כה לא נשבר. דרך אגב, הוא לא ידע את זה עד שכן ברלו במקרה ראה את זה בעיתון המקומי, ואז עקבו אחרי השיא הזה, ועד היום השיא הזה לא נשבר. זה נתון שהוא בלתי נתפס, שמיקם אותו הרבה לפני אגדות כדורסל מקומיות, כולל כוכב ה-NBA, והבחירה הראשונה באותו זמן בדראפט של 1974, ביל וולטון, שעם שתי אליפויות NBA, בחירה לשחקן הטוב ביותר בעונה סדירה של 78, לא הצליח להשתחל, והוא הגיע רק למקום השביעי ברשימה, שמרסר עד היום מוביל. אז כבוד גדול to מרסר. So after you played in Georgia, am I right? Who brought you to Israel? Levan?
Correct.
Can you hear me?
My good Khari guy from the Spurs. Yes, I can hear you.
Who brought you to Israel after the college, after the high school?
My good friend Simi Riga brought me to Israel. I had actually just got cut from the Spurs from San Antonio, and he was in the United States looking for a center because I wasn't even supposed to be I wasn't supposed to be even coming. I had actually been offered a job to be a coach, an assistant coach at University of Georgia to finish up some stuff with my college degree, and asking different people about. He talked to Dean Smith, that was at Florida. He wasn't at Florida State at the time, and asked about a center he could get. And they told him to take me because I was an untapped resource that most people didn't know about. They even went as far as to explain that some of the, what they were saying. But they told him to bring me over, and that was my beginning.
So how was your beginning in Apol? How does it start?
My beginning in Apol was good. We had started off, I didn't know really anything about the team. We had started off, and I remember we were playing in, I want to say it was Turkey or someplace. And I'll never forget it because we were playing in this place that looked like a bullfighting ring, and it had a basketball court in the middle of it. And you had this little person that he might have came to my hip if he came that far. And he's running around.
Everyone is coming to your heel. Everyone is coming to you.
Really.
Everyone that doesn't play basketball may come to your heel.
Yeah, but he was running around the gym on top of the walls, screaming, and from what I was told later, we weren't supposed to win the game. We weren't that good. Blah 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 blah. We beat them, and it put us in some, I think, in Course Cup or something. And again, I didn't understand everything. And the sad part was we had just won the best game of their years, from what I was told. And we at the airport, then they fired a coach. They fired Simi. And I was like,
why?
What? Because I have no idea to this day. I do not know why they did that. It was just like, he was happy. I remember John Willis and Barry Levelbich were quite happy. The guy that was on the team that was really cool person. What was his name? I think it was Penny, and he played.
Penny Gershon?
He was like a small forward, really good. Was it Jose?
Jose Vargas? You have a bad connection. יש לנו איזשהו קצר בה.
But he played with us. No, that's my first. No, I can hear you fine.
You can hear me. You can hear me fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
But again, I don't know why they fired. I don't know why they got rid of Simi. To this day, it's beyond.
Okay. May I ask how much was the salary of a basketball player in the first year in Apol? Simi brought you to Israel for how much?
I came because I didn't even give you a number. It was so low that
15K. And I saw that.
It was so low. I think.
$15K dollars for all season.
Well, it's not true because more than that, but no, you're wrong on that one. But first dollar I ever, and we got paid more than that because after I think it was about 18 or 19 after that, I got a lawyer over here that got paid. But it was just fun. It was
like today, like every player, every basketball, football, soccer player that play for the love of the game. Like today.
Who? Name one.
I don't know. Can you name one? I'm still finding. I'm still looking for the one that is playing for the love of the game. If you know someone, please call me.
No, they don't play for the love of the game anymore. It's strictly love of that dollar.
The love of the dollar.
You can call
or
it
the euro.
Dollar, you can call it crypto, you can call it the euro, you call it whatever you want to.
Bitcoin.
It ain't got nothing to do with the game.
It's not going to do with the game.
Nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, I can understand you. So after you played in Appoel, after 8 years, great years in Appoel, Tel Aviv, you moved to Maccabi. How did it feel from your side to move from Appoel to Maccabi?
Like a different world altogether. When I first went to Maccabi, it was strictly business. It was strictly business. Once you get in at Maccabi, everybody dislikes you because they think that you feel you're better than everybody else. Maccabi is a total business. Maccabi, when I first got to Maccabi, everything had order. It was nothing by mistake. It wasn't, okay, well, maybe we'll do this. No, we're going to do this, and this is how we're going to do it, and this is what you need to do to get there. Each one of us had a job. You know, I could score because I scored, help protect Kevin, get those rebounds, play some good defense. If I got 10, 15 points, that was gravy. That was good, but it was more to do to win. You know, we had jump shots. Same thing with Willie Sims.
Can you repeat yourself? Lavan, can you repeat yourself? It was stuck before. Can you repeat yourself after you said that Maccabi is a business and everything was going like...
Yeah, Maccabi, yeah, well, I hope you can hear me, but Maccabi was strictly business. It was, Maccabi had order. Everything was in order. You know, we had lunch at a certain time. We had a job. Doran Jumpson's job was to score. Kevin McGee's job was to score. Ken Barlow was to score and rebound, play defense. Mine was to play defense, block shots, score if I was needed to do that.
Everyone knew is what he's going to do in each time in the practice or in the game. Everything was
in the game because our practices were harder than the games.
Why is that?
Competition. Because see, in practice, you could do what you wanted to. You could score. You could play defense. You know, as God bless my friend Kevin, but I used to love to mess with Kevin because I knew Kevin hated me because I knew what he was going to do. I knew what he was going to do, and I just let him do it, and I'd block his shot, I'd do something and start messing with him. And Kevin, he used to just get upset, and he'd be like, I don't know how you do that. It was just the fact that, you know, it was fun. It was fun. And, you know, the hardest person I ever had to guard in practice or that would guard me was always Ken Barlow. Because Kenny was worse than me. Kenny fought the game. He could basically tell you where I would be, and I could tell you where he would be.
And it's stuck again. Question. Always when it is so interesting, it's stuck.
Oh. I don't know what to do about that.
It's
Technology.
Technology. You were number 13 in Appoel and number 8 in Maccabi because you got back in Maccabi and got the number 8 because McGee was number 13?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's... Still there?
Can you say it again? It was stuck again. Can you say it again? Can you repeat yourself?
Yeah, it just stuck in. Yeah, because you know, like I said, Maccabi is order, so there was no confusion. You know, I came, okay, Kevin, you 13, I ain't, you know, we're no boats. We're here to win together and keep going. You know, I remember the first year with Maccabi, you were going to get paid. They pay you in advance.
Really?
I had that happen at Hapoel. Never.
Did you get
never.
Do you know the daughter of Moti Rosenblum is listening to us. Rest his soul. And she said in the comments some things about you, that you were number one, wonderful and kind and enormous player, that she grew with you. Atara, do you remember Atara?
Yeah, I remember. They used to live, if I'm not mistaken, they used to live on Pincus. Anyway, Morty and I used to talk.
That's you. That what she's writing here in the comments.
And I saw something on Facebook with, So, you know, we used to, you know, her father and I were good friends. We used to talk all the time. Actually, until his passing, he used to be on Facebook with me. You know, I have good people on Hapoel. I had good people on Maccabi. You know, me going to Maccabi was friendly in business. If I don't know what would have happened if I would not have made that move. And it was, you know, it had gotten to a point where I had to make a decision. Sometimes you have to move in life so you can go forward. It's not always just stay just because somebody likes you or whatever. Sometimes motion is better for you.
Yeah. What can you tell us about the playoff, the final playoff at 92? The 5 games between Hapoel when you played with Maccabi. What is your impression of the game? What do you remember from the game? What was for you the game? The playoff, I mean.
Was I with Maccabi or Hapoel at that time?
Say again, I couldn't hear you.
I was playing with whom?
With Maccabi. You played with Maccabi at 92.
Was I with Maccabi then?
Yeah, you played against Tomer Shteynauer. At game number 5.
Yeah, we were just. It was a game. Actually, in '92, Actually, at that time, I had already got to the point where I knew I was on my way out the door, and we were just playing the game. I've talked to different people, and they've, you know, they want to know what Tomer said to me and all of that. It was more so I had told Tomer to stop. I forgot how you do it. You know, in soccer, when a guy's running and the other guy comes behind him and clips his legs
and
can fall. Have you ever seen that?
Can you repeat yourself? It was stuck again. Can you repeat yourself for the last sentence? Can you repeat yourself, please?
Okay. Remember in soccer where a guy is running and somebody runs behind him and clips his legs and keeps trying to make him fall?
Yeah.
You've seen that in soccer, correct?
Yeah, of course.
Well, we were in the game. Yeah, but we're in the game. He does it once.
And it's stuck again.
He does it.
And it's stuck again.
Are you back? Hello?
Can you repeat yourself?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. And it's stuck.
You can hear me now?
Yeah,
Told him to stop.
I can hear you now. And it's stop.
He had tried to trip me in the game. It's going in and out. I don't know what's going on.
Now we are seeing you good, and now we can hear you.
Okay, so to finish that off, he tried to trip me in the game, and I had told him to stop. And after the second or third time that he had did it, and he was laughing, I just slapped him upside the head and kept going.
And then you won the game, and you won the series after the slap, the punch. Slap.
I don't know. We were going to win the series or not. We were going to win regardless. I can tell you that now.
Now after I saw the series yesterday, I saw the series, the 3 episode in Yes Doco. I sent you in the messenger. I sent you a brief of the series. It's as me as a kid, as a child, growing on Maccabi's knees, to see how you played, all the players in Maccabi and the Appoel, the rivals between the two great clubs in Israel. For me, it's what a passion of a basketball, of a play, of a derby is mean. We don't have it anymore. Players move from Appoel to Maccabi to Betar to Haifa to Galil. There's no like before. There is no play for the club, for the symbol, as at your time. Am I right? And do you think the same? What do you think?
I may be the beginning of that because I was the first person to jump from one team to another.
Willie Sims also played in the Appoel and went to Maccabi.
But Willie Sims had his card. See, when you first start playing in Europe, you have to you pay a certain amount of money annually. First, you have to buy your player's card. Then you get your player's card, and then every year you have to pay money to FIBA. Why, I still don't know, because they don't, you don't have a pension plan. They don't do anything for you. It's just the fact that you got each club got to pay them for each player that they have. And most players don't know that there's money that has to be paid for them.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but back then, if the team paid the money, then they sort of held your player's card, so it was sort of like you couldn't go to another team. So my final contract was, I took less money, but it gave me the right to go to another team because I didn't feel Hapoel was going to pay me anymore, because they brought in different players. They paid them more than me, but they wanted me to do the work. They brought in this player, from Andy Walker, nothing against my best friend Mike Largy. So when I made the contract decision, and one of the smartest men I know, his name, no, I'm gonna tell you who he is now, and you gonna laugh. You remember Moshe Winecrest?
Of course.
Moshe was one of the smartest guys I ever knew. Moshe was so smart back then. Most of they had a lawyer to check the lawyer that checked the other lawyer. So before he was
at your time he was assistant coach to if I remember he was assistant coach to Tzvika
but see I'm talking about just financial to do the business of basketball. Like the club, the other one checked this lawyer, then the third one checked the last lawyer, and he always kept a copy of his contract, so he knew exactly what was going on, and he sort of taught me to do the same thing. Okay, we were a good team when I was there, and so he came to me one day and he told me, he said he had heard that, you know, Maccabi wanted to talk to me. I said, well, you know, once the season's over with, I'll talk to him. There was a team Riesling Paris. Then I went to go to France because I didn't think Kapor was going to let me.
Lavan, we're going to try to move to only sound without visual because we can't hear you. So
at the end of the day,
Lavan, can you hear me?
Talk to me, you know.
Lavan? Lavan, we're going to try to move to sound only because there is a bad connection.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay then. So, what did you miss on that one? That was a long one.
The layer number 3. We stopped hearing you from layer number 3 with Moshe Levinkratz that told you to check out the contract.
Yeah, he told me to always check the contract. So I didn't think Paul was going to let me go. So I had an attorney that was helping me over in France. And I was supposed to be going to this club in Paris, Riesling Paris. And I had spent a lot of time in Israel. And then they said they would, you know, they wanted to go to arbitration about it. And I was like, okay, well, if we're going to do arbitration, we'll see what happens. And we had the arbitration and it came out in my favor. I had to pay them something and that was it. And then I went to Maccabi.
Okay, so how was it to play? So how was it to play with McGee, with Kenny, with Sims, and played with Jamchi, NFL, Goodis? How was it to play with them?
I loved it. Not to take anything away from my brothers at Apol, Linton Towns, almost freshman, Carl Almost. All of those guys, Howie Lassoff was with me at Paul one year. All of those guys were beautiful friends. But again, Paul had already brought them in to pay them more than they were going to pay to keep me there. So I was like, I got to do what I got to do for me. And there was a gentleman, I don't know if you ever remember his name. He's one of the biggest doctors in the United States now, Flasher.
Yeah, of course. What was his name? The first name, Amos Fletcher. Amos Fletcher. No, I don't remember. What is the first name? He's Bob Flasher. Okay, Brad Flasher. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, he's one of the biggest medical professionals in the country right now. So he had played with me one year because he used to play for Maccabi, and we'd be in practice and we'd be having a great practice and stuff. And it was always, you know, he sat down and talked to me as well. He was like, Levon, you're getting taken advantage of. And I'm going to tell you exactly what he said. You're getting taken advantage of. You need to look other places. He didn't tell me just to leave. He said, you need to look other places. And that was, because he told, he was so good that he gave me his contract of what he was making. And
Bob Fleischer. You mean Bob
Fleischer?
Bob
yeah,
Fleischer.
That's what I said.
Okay, Bob Fleischer.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bob Fleischer. And he actually gave me a copy of his contract and showed me what Paul had did. And I was like, you know what? That was sort of like like misspeak. That was enough. Done. And so I started looking other places.
And then you moved to Maccabi.
And then I moved to Maccabi.
So what was Jamchi, NFL, Goodess, McGee, Barlow, what were they for you? How was it to play with them? Were there killers on the court, on the practice? How was Jamchi as the captain of the team?
Oh, Jamchi was great great as a captain. It was like we had two captains. We had Josh, we had Kevin. We all worked together. Like I said, our practice was harder than our games. And I mean, we played against some of the greatest, from Sabonis to Kukoc and Dino Raja.
Dino Meneghin, Dino Raja.
We played against everybody. So it was, it was great. We had a good time. And again, being at Maccabi, like I said, everybody disliked us because we thought we were doing, something different. But Maccabi was, even to this day, Maccabi was this, and I hope I can get you to hear this. Maccabi, you had a bag at your house that was by your door. It always had in it a pair of shoes, some change of clothes. You come in, you play a game in the league. You may be after you play a game in the league, you be on another plane. You may be going someplace else. You play on Thursday, you fly.
It's stuck again.
Usually Friday is a travel day. We're back on a plane.
Okay. So for the last, Lavan, we have 5 minutes to left. Only 5 minutes. So I would like to ask you 5 quick questions. 6 for being honest. 6 quick questions. Is that okay for you?
Okay. No, you better go. You got 5 minutes. You better start.
I've got to start. Which coach was your model of inspiration that you played under or not under? Which coach?
I had 2 coaches that I have played under in Israel, and I'm gonna give the credit to one, Yeshua Rosen.
Which player was your model?
All over the world?
Yeah.
My model all over the world was Chamberlain.
Will Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
If you could start your career again, what have you done different? If
I would have, I wouldn't know. I don't know if my life has been good because of what I'm good.
Okay. Which book or movie inspire you the most in your life?
My life that I've lived. I don't have a book besides the Old and New Testament Bible, which the best thing that was ever given to me from Maccabi, and you're going to say it's money, but it's not money. the best thing that was ever given to me from Maccabi, and so I feel bad some days I didn't follow. Maybe they saw something I didn't see. But Maccabi gave me, from David Featherman, a Bible that I still have today that is Old Testament and New Testament. And then, because now I practice Judaism and Christianity, but it's a great Bible. And that was the best thing Maccabi gave me.
Okay. Tell us a fact. Can I see you for the last 2 minutes of the show? Can we see?
Okay, there you go.
Okay. For 2 more questions, last question, tell us a fact that most of us don't know about you.
That I played 15 years with a knee that I needed to have surgically probably repaired. So I played mostly on one leg most of my career.
Okay, that we know. That is a fact that we all know.
You don't know that.
Yeah, we saw in the...
You just saw how I ran. You didn't know what was going on.
What is your biggest dream?
To keep dreaming. My biggest dream is to never stop living the life that has been given to me and to help others because, I live for the Father above and I am trusting everything to the Father above.
And the last question, what do you want to leave for your kids?
Where do I want to live for my kids?
What do you want to live? Live, yeah, for your kids. Beside money. I'm just kidding.
Money,
Just kidding.
Well, money, the kids, most of my kids they're grown. They got their own homes. They've got their degrees from, Spelman and Albany State. And my son has done his thing and he's married and happy. Ethical values is something I always want my kids to have, is ethical values, which is something that the world has lost. There is no ethical values left anymore.
Lavan, thank you so much for your time. Thank you. It was my pleasure to speak with you, to interview you. You are a legend for me. I grew up seeing you, see you play in Appoel and in Maccabi. It was my pleasure. How was it for you?
It was great for me. All of my brothers and sisters in Israel, whether you like me, dislike me, or whatever, I wish you the best. I wish life to go on. I wish the nation of Israel always stands and be strong. Blessings.
Thank you, Lavan. Happy Easter, happy Chag Sameach. And thank you, Lavan.
Okay, happy Easter, happy Passover, everyone. Bye.
Bye, thank you. אז תודה רבה ללבן, תודה רבה לכל המאזינים והמאזינות, אני מאחל לכם חג שמח, ואנחנו נתראה בעוד שבועיים, שיהיה להתראות וחג שמח וכשר לכולם.